Joining us now, House Ways and Means Committee member and member of the Main Street Tax Team, Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, it's great to have you on the program tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Let's start first. We were just having a conversation about all of the costs Americans have incurred under Joe Biden and how much harder it is for the average family to get by. Now he wants to let these tax cuts expire on the American people, basically taking more money out of your pocket when people are already struggling. Your reaction to this?
Yeah, I mean, think about how bad the economy is today, how bad inflation is today with Bidenflation, and then add 20% of a tax rate to small businesses. If the Trump tax cuts expire and we don't renew those next year, that means that small businesses go from a 21% tax rate to a 43.5% tax rate. If you're a small business, that means you're cutting jobs. That means you're not expanding your business. You're not doing capital improvements like you used to do. We have been able to buffer Bidenflation right now because of the current tax climate that we have in America right now that has given us a strong economy. If we go backwards and we lose those tax breaks to the businesses that supply those everyday Americans with jobs, we were going to be declining significantly economically. We've been able to buffer that with Bidenflation because of the current tax climate. Right. If that reverses and we go back, we're going to be in a horrible economic situation next year.
Congressman, quickly, I'm going to let the taxes expire line for Biden has been an applause line for him at a lot of his events. Why do you think that's happening?
I don't understand it. If you understand economics, you understand small businesses and the way small businesses work, you don't want those to expire because those small businesses are what provides jobs for your families. Not to mention that he also wants to increase taxes by $7 trillion. Well, who's going to pay for that? Everyday Americans are going to pay for that. And so you think that additional $12,000 a year that you're paying in additional expenses just to live the way you were living 3 years ago, and then you add $7 trillion in taxes on top of that, that will have a huge negative impact on the economy, a huge negative impact on small businesses that have been able to flourish under this current tax environment.
Congressman, you, along with some of your Republican colleagues, are calling out the Biden administration for considering requiring labels on imported products made by Israeli settlers in the West Bank to read, to quote, "made in the West Bank," instead of "made in Israel."
So this is interesting. It'd be a reversal of a Trump-era decision that you say would damage Israel's economy by opening the door to anti-Semitic boycotts. I got to be honest with you, Congressman, this sounds nuts to me. They want to require labels on stuff from Israel? Is this just the latest sign of fanaticism from these guys?
Yeah, and they're being driven by the far left progressive wing of their party that is the BDS movement, that is anti-Semitic movement, that is anti-Israel movement, and they're going to take away this Trump-era policy that was put in place to help our ally Israel, and it would do the opposite if Joe Biden does what he says he's going to do and reverses this policy. And in a time where Israel has been attacked by terrorists, we shouldn't leave our allies left alone and try to hurt them. We should be helping them and lifting them up.
Congressman, always great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, anytime.